Chapter 61. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After leaving the Tianquan Peak Hall, Changfeng returned to the Xiaozhu Peak Dojo. It might take 5 or 6 years, and this result is not what he expected, although compared with his 500-year lifespan, it is nothing. But for 5 or 6 years, his cultivation has stagnated, which is still difficult for him to accept. After all, he has only been practicing for more than 2 years. At this stage, if the cultivation does not break through, even if the simulation is carried out, there will be no great gains because the strength of the mental power has reached the upper limit. In the pink simulation world, due to the limitation of the cultivation of the main body, the mental power cannot break through, and he cannot cultivate to the realm of great power, wasting the high world level of the pink world in vain. Connect to the communication platform of the guarding sector A and change the content of the post for purchasing natural materials and treasures. Buy Yuehua Xianjiao at a high price. The quantity is unlimited, and it can be exchanged for magic treasures and spiritual treasures. Those who provide clues can also receive generous rewards. After the modification, I roughly browsed the post for a while, but did not gain anything. After exiting the communication platform, Changfeng practiced boxing for 2 hours. He was not going to retreat again in the next few days. He was going to find some familiar fellow disciples to keep in touch with him and relax. Soon, half a month passed. During this half-month, Changfeng visited relatives and friends and made many friends. During this period, he also asked about the news of Yuehua divine grass in a roundabout way, but unfortunately he didn't get anything. That day, Changfeng was practicing boxing in the martial arts field. Suddenly, a prompt came from the guardian array that a fellow disciple had contacted him through the post he posted on the communication platform. Changfeng's eyes lit up and he agreed to the other party's contact request. But it's the special chef fellow. A voice came from the other end of the communication, very neutral, and it was hard to tell whether it was a man or a woman. The other party's communication platform name was the second in command of Black Wind Mountain, and his true identity was unclear. That's right. Changfeng lowered his voice and said in a deep voice, I have some clues about the moonlight divine grass here, absolutely authentic. I wonder if you are interested. Very interested. I wonder how many spirit stones are needed. Can you provide the clues to me? I am not short of spirit stones. As long as you agree to one condition, I will give you the clues with both hands, and I can even directly provide you with a moonlight divine grass. Hearing this, Changfeng became interested. I don't know what the condition is, tell me. Before I say it, I want to ask you a question. I hope you can answer it truthfully. You can ask it as you like. May I ask if you, the special chef, have the strength of the God transformation stage or the land God realm or above? Changfeng thought for a moment and replied. I have the strength of the land God realm. The second in command of Black Wind Mountain was very excited when he heard it. Brother, I am an outer disciple of Huangting's sect who has just broken through to the Golden Core stage. My martial arts cultivation is still at the Grandmaster level, so I have not yet been promoted to an inner disciple. Just a few hours ago, my clan sent me a message saying that a tomb left by a powerful person in the fusion stage was found near my hometown. According to the description of the clan members who entered first, it should be a powerful person who practiced as a lone cultivator. After the clan members entered the outer perimeter of the cemetery, they luckily found a moonlight divine grass inside. There is a large formation blocking the inside of the cemetery, which has not yet been broken through. There should be more moonlight divine grass inside. The news has gradually spread, and it will definitely attract a large number of masters in the God transformation stage. The ancestor with the highest cultivation in my clan is only in the middle stage of the nascent soul. When the God transformation gathers and the immortals gather on land, I am worried that my clan will be affected. Brother, as long as you promise me that you will stay in my clan and help my clan overcome this difficulty before the formation inside the cemetery is opened, I will not only tell you the location of the fusion stage tomb, but also offer you the moonlight divine grass I just obtained. Changfeng thought for a moment and agreed. If I miss this opportunity, will I really have to wait for 5 or 6 years? He has made no progress in the past half-month, which has made him feel uncomfortable as if there are ants crawling on his back. The second in command of Black Wind Mountain was overjoyed to see Changfeng agree. The two made a vow under the witness of the sect protection formation. If they violated it, they would be punished severely. Soon, the second in command of Black Wind Mountain passed the location of his family and the token to Changfeng through the protective formation, and took the initiative to reveal his identity. Changfeng took a look and found that it was a Jindan stage outer sect disciple named Wang Hai from Piamiao Peak. He was from the same peak as Huang Zongtian. The fusion stage tomb was located near the Wang family of Yuanlong dynasty. This Wang family was Wang Hai's hometown, and this time Changfeng needed to be in charge of the family. Yuanlong dynasty was within the sphere of influence of Huangting sect, and was hundreds of millions of kilometers away from the Huangting sect. Fortunately, there was a teleportation formation in the sect, but it can be directly teleported to the Yuanlong dynasty without spending a long time on the road. This is the first time that Changfeng has traveled far away alone in the real world, so he must be fully prepared. After counting, there are still 6.9 million exchange points. He spent 6 million exchange points to exchange for 6 sets of natural materials and treasures required for the 4th level of Shentian Saint Body, in the sect protection formation. In case he cannot come back after getting the Yuehua divine grass, and has no resources when breaking through outside, after getting the natural materials and treasures, he put them into the Qianquan pot, and Changfeng immediately left the dojo and flew to the main peak of Tianquan Peak. He met his master Feng and told him about this. Changfeng, you're lucky. I haven't heard of the Moonlight Divine Grass yet, but you have already encountered it. It's just right. Take this opportunity to go out and experience the world outside the sect. But when you go out, it's different from the sect. You have to be careful about everything. Don't trust others and stay alert. On the road of cultivation, you must be brave and move forward. You must be careful when you are walking on thin ice. Remember not to be careless. Feng warned, I have learned from you. Changfeng said seriously, the Yuanlong dynasty is affiliated with our Huangting sect, and they provide us with a lot of resources every year. When you go to the Yuanlong dynasty to do business this time, you can get the identity of an inspector, which will make it easier for you to do things. After that, he took out a jade token and gave it to Changfeng. Patrol envoys can only be appointed by the peak master of Huangting sect and above. Within the sphere of influence of Huangting sect, they can override local sects and have the ability to execute first and report later. There should also be a Huangting sect station in Yuanlong dynasty. You can also use this token to call the people in the station. Changfeng nodded and accepted the token. Feng took out a black mask and a blue talisman. This mask is called the Ancient Mask. It is a secret treasure made of the skin of a mirage dragon. When worn on the face, it can change the aura and conceal your cultivation. People below the tribulation stage cannot see through your cultivation and appearance. Now you have a great reputation in the southern region and even the Xianhuang continent. Wearing this mask can avoid a lot of unnecessary trouble. This talisman is called the Great Teleportation Talisman. After using it, it can be teleported hundreds of thousands of miles. The space blockade cast by cultivators below the Mahayana stage cannot intercept this talisman. Take these 2 treasures. Remember, saving your life is always the most important thing. If you have a green mountain, you will not be afraid of running out of firewood. Don't be impulsive when encountering things, think twice before acting. Changfeng did not refuse and accepted the 2 treasures. Feng did not keep him for long. After all, time was tight. After leaving the Tianquan Peak Hall, Changfeng flew straight to the sect's teleportation point. On the way, he divided his mind to refine the ancient mask and put it on his face. About half an hour later, Changfeng arrived at the sect's teleportation point. Chapter 62. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The sect's teleportation point is in a valley. Entering from the valley entrance, what comes into view are countless teleportation arrays of all sizes. These teleportation arrays connect various places within the Huangting sect sphere of influence. There are not many people in the valley, and the few people who are seen occasionally are also in a hurry. Changfeng entered the valley with the ancient mask, and was immediately greeted by the disciples on duty. Today Changfeng was wearing ordinary clothes, and the disciples on duty could not tell the depth of his cultivation, and for a moment they did not know how to address him. Changfeng did not waste words and showed the token of the true disciple. take me to the Yuanlong Dynasty teleportation array. The disciple on duty saw the token of the true disciple and saluted, "Hello, true brother." Then he took Changfeng to the side of the Yuanlong Dynasty teleportation array. Changfeng took out the token of the true disciple and put it into a groove next to the teleportation array. Instantly, the teleportation array lit up with bursts of blue light. After putting away the true disciple token, Changfeng stepped into the teleportation array and disappeared in an instant. Huangting sect's true disciples have an invisible benefit, and can use the sect's teleportation array for free. The disciple on duty next to him saw this and a trace of envy flashed in his eyes. Which true disciple is this? He looks very imposing with a mask. I wonder why he is in such a hurry to go to Yuanlong Dynasty. He didn't think much about it, just recorded it on a jade slip, and turned back to his duty station. This job of guarding the sect's teleportation point is a good job. There are not many daily affairs, which will not affect the practice. It is in the heart of Huangting sect, so there is no danger. There are also many extra spirit stones and exchange points rewards every year. Ordinary disciples can't ask for it. Changfeng entered the teleportation array and felt the rapid flow of the surrounding space power. This was his first time riding a long-distance teleportation array, but he didn't feel any discomfort. This teleportation array is very mysterious, and it should be the work of a top array master. Huangting sect is indeed a top sect. It is really generous to build so many long-distance teleportation arrays. After about an incense stick of time, he received a prompt from the teleportation array that the destination was about to arrive. The next second, he felt his eyes light up, and Changfeng came out of the teleportation array. "Hello, brother." 3 monks dressed as Huangting sect's outer sect deacons came up and saluted. Outer sect deacons are a special position in Huangting sect. Among the disciples of the sect, those who have reached the Jindan stage or the Grand Master stage and feel that they have no hope of breaking through can apply to the sect for external assignment and become local emperors in various garrisons within the Huangting sect sphere of influence. These disciples who are sent out become outer sect deacons. The purpose of many outer sect disciples joining Huangting sect is to be sent back to their hometowns after reaching the Jindan stage to protect their families. These 3 outer sect deacons are usually responsible for guarding the teleportation array from Huangting sect to Yuanlong Dynasty. The moment Changfeng stepped onto the teleportation array, they received news that a true disciple from the sect was coming. So they waited here early to welcome him. Changfeng's masked face showed no expression at all. He took out the patrol token and said, "Where is the residence of Wang's family in Yuanlong Dynasty? One of you can lead the way for me." Seeing the patrol token, the 3 were shocked. The outer sect deacon in the middle said repeatedly, "Sir Patrol, I will lead the way for you." After that, he took Changfeng out of the Huangting sect residence and rushed to the Wang's family. After Changfeng left, the remaining 2 outer sect deacons chatted. "I didn't expect that this true disciple is actually an inspector. It seems that he is very powerful and has a big backer behind him. Do you think this true disciple came here for the tomb of the great master in the fusion stage that was just discovered? He is well informed. It shouldn't be. Although the tomb of the great master in the fusion stage is a rare treasure for us, it is not worth the true disciples in the sect. Indeed, we have many great masters in the Huangting sect, including many top masters in the Mahayana stage. The tomb of a casual cultivator in the fusion stage should not be in the eyes of the true disciples. It's hard to say. How can we guess the mind of such a big man? I hope that the masters of the spirit transformation stage gathered this time will have some vision and don't offend this inspector. Sir, my surname is Deng, and my name is Deng Guangxing. In front of us is a small teleportation array leading to the Wang family. By taking the teleportation array, we can reach the vicinity of the Wang family's residence in a cup of tea. Deng Guangxing pointed to the teleportation array not far away and said. Changfeng nodded. These small teleportation arrays were built by the Yuanlong dynasty at a great cost, in order to quickly reach various areas within the dynasty. The Wang family also has a large number of teleportation arrays in the Yuanlong dynasty. It is a big family, so it is not surprising to have a small teleportation array. As they were talking, the 2 came to the small teleportation array, and there were many monks nearby. Seeing Deng Guangxing respectfully leading a masked monk, everyone was very surprised. but they all made way obediently. I wonder what big shot came to Huangting's sect that made Deng so respectful. Everyone thought to themselves, Deng Guangxing has been the outer sect deacon of Huangting's sect for decades in the Yuanlong dynasty. Which monk who can afford the teleportation array doesn't know him? Changfeng came to the small teleportation array, took out some spirit stones, and activated the teleportation array. Junior brother Deng, just send it here. Then I won't send it. I wish you a safe journey. After saying that, Changfeng entered the small teleportation array and disappeared. As soon as Changfeng left, someone who knew Deng Guangxing asked, Old Deng, who was that just now? Deng Guangxing glanced at everyone. Don't ask what you shouldn't ask. Knowing too much may cause trouble. Seeing Deng Guangxing so serious, everyone stopped asking. Changfeng felt a little bumpy in the small teleportation array. The craftsmanship of this teleportation array is far inferior to that of my Huangting sect. He silently complained in his heart. After a cup of tea, he left the teleportation array. This end of the teleportation array is located in a hall. There are many people in the hall, and their expressions are a little nervous. Seeing Changfeng emerge from the teleportation array, an old man in white greeted him. Chapter 63. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It took Changfeng only 2 hours from the time he learned about the moonlight divine grass to the time he arrived at the residence of the Wang family of the Yuanlong dynasty. The news of the tomb of the great master in the fusion stage had just been spread not long ago, only half a day. Some of the powerful masters in the transformation stage or the land god realm near the Yuanlong dynasty had not received the news yet, and some were on their way. When the Wang family members first discovered the tomb of the great master, they were still very excited, thinking that the family had a chance to soar to the sky. Unexpectedly, after looting the outer periphery of the cemetery, when they were about to enter the inner area of the tomb, they underestimated the means of the great master in the fusion stage and triggered the formation in the tomb. Not only did the person who triggered it turn into ashes, but because the means of concealment were not good enough, the movement broke through the outer periphery, and the silver spiritual light rushed into the sky. It attracted the attention of many nearby cultivators, and the news could not be concealed. The cultivators of the Wang family instantly felt that a disaster was coming. Only they had entered the outer perimeter of the cemetery. Although they had some gains, they only had a few top-grade magic weapons and a few spiritual plants and materials. On ordinary days, although these gains would be a considerable fortune, they would not bring about a catastrophic disaster. The ancestor of the Wang family was in the nascent soul stage and was protected by the Yuanlong dynasty. The Yuanlong dynasty had several peak masters of the god transformation stage, and its strength was considered very good in the vicinity. The masters of the god transformation stage or the immortals on land generally would not provoke the Yuanlong dynasty for these things. But this time it was different. Who knew what good treasures the Wang family had obtained from the outer perimeter of the cemetery? This was the tomb of the great power. What if there were treasures that could help break through to the realm of the great power? At that time, the masters of the god transformation stage who gathered here would not believe what the Wang family said. Before the formation in the inner area of the cemetery was broken, the Wang family was destroyed. The Yuanlong dynasty would not offend many masters of the god transformation stage for the sake of the Wang family. They were even afraid that the Wang family might hide the treasure, which might add fuel to the fire. If the whole family moved and ran away, it would be even more impossible. Doing so would directly confirm the fact that there was a treasure hidden, and they would probably be caught up and killed before they could run far. After the news of the tomb of the great power spread, the Wang family immediately found ways to contact the only member of the family who had joined the Huangting sect, Wang Hai, an outer disciple of Piaomiao Peak, and told him everything. Wang Hai was also very anxious. He grew up in the family since he was a child and had deep feelings for the family. As an outer disciple, he had little influence. Although he had a few good friends, he did not know any masters at the transformation realm or above. In a hurry, he thought of the purchase post for Yuehua divine grass that he saw on the communication platform not long ago, and he contacted Changfeng directly. Unexpectedly, he really met a master. After Wang Hai and Changfeng made a vow, they immediately informed the family of the news, saying that they had invited a senior brother with the strength of the god transformation realm to come to the family to take charge. The Wang family was overjoyed when they learned about it. The ancestor of the family immediately led the important disciples of the family to wait beside the teleportation array, ready to welcome the arrival of the savior. Changfeng came out of the teleportation array and saw that there were many cultivators nearby. The old man in white greeted him and was slightly surprised. The old man in white could not sense Changfeng's cultivation level and asked respectfully, "May I ask, brother, are you from the Huangting sect?" Changfeng did not say much and threw the token given to him by Wang Hai to the old man in white. The old man in white took the token, checked it, and confirmed that it was true. "I am Wang Mulong, the head of the Wang family, and I am honored to meet you." Wang Mulong bowed to Changfeng. "Your Excellency has come from afar. My Wang family has prepared a banquet to welcome you." "Well, don't be polite. I have an agreement with Wang Hai. I will protect your Wang family this time." "Thank you, my Excellency." Wang Mulong was very excited. "My surname is Li, and my name is Li Tian. You can just call me Li Daoyu." Changfeng casually gave a fake name. The novel was taken from the Rawla's website. Close where you're reading it and support us on our website for more free novels. Then, he followed Wang Mulong to the Wang family's residence. The Wang family is the most powerful family in the local area. The strongest Wang Mulong has reached the middle stage of the nascent soul. The Wang family's residence covers a large area, with a radius of hundreds of kilometers. A sumptuous banquet has been prepared in the Wang family's main hall. However, Changfeng did not want to eat. It is a taboo to eat food prepared by others when you are alone outside. "Master Wang, there is no need for a banquet. Just find a quiet room for me." Wang Mulong was not surprised and brought Changfeng to a beautiful independent courtyard. After taking a look, Changfeng thought it was pretty good. Wang Mulong took out a jade box and opened it, and inside was a Yuehua divine grass. "Master Li has come from a long way to visit my Wang family. This is just a small token of your appreciation, please accept it." Changfeng was not polite. After all, it was agreed in advance, but the Wang family is quite good at handling things. They gave me the Yuehua divine grass as soon as I arrived, and they were not afraid that I would run away halfway. Changfeng thought to himself, now that they had a place to stay temporarily, Changfeng called Wang Mulong to go to the tomb of the combined great power. After flying for a while, the two arrived at the outskirts of the cemetery and found that there were already many cultivators wandering around here. However, the outer area had long been plundered by the first wave of Wang family members who entered. The inner area of the cemetery was covered by a large silver formation. The formation looked very powerful, and a great sense of oppression could be felt from a long distance. Changfeng estimated that with his current hard power, he should not be able to forcibly break this formation. In the outer area of the cemetery, there is a huge stone tablet, on which the identity of the tomb owner is recorded. "My name is Yu Fujianren. I have practiced for more than 10,000 years. I feel that there is no hope of breaking through to the tribulation period. The deadline is approaching, and I choose this treasure land to sit and die. I think that I, Yu Fu, have been active all my life, without any sect or faction, and without any worries, but in the end, there is still no successor. My inheritance is in this tomb. Those who are destined to receive it can obtain it and become my successor. After the formation in the inner area of the cemetery is opened, it will dissipate in half a month. During this period, cultivators below the fusion stage cannot force their way in, otherwise their lives will be in danger." In addition to these, the stone tablet also tells some stories about the life of Yu Fujianren. Changfeng read the contents on the stone tablet and pondered for a moment. This Yu Fujianren should have been a great power at the peak of the fusion stage in his life. He had no sect or school and was a casual cultivator. From the words between the lines, he was a kind person. Establishing this tomb, on the one hand, is to find a place for himself to be buried, and on the other hand, he also wants to find a successor to inherit his mantle. Among casual cultivators, those who can cultivate to the realm of great power are rare. Yu Fujianren can achieve this. It seems that he has encountered a great opportunity. The formation will dissipate after half a month. It seems that many cultivators in the spiritualization realm will gather in the next half month, and it will be exciting to watch. Changfeng thought, with his current strength, he is not afraid of anyone below the powerful person in the fusion realm. Even if the powerful person takes action, he has the confidence to escape. It's really urgent, so he sacrificed the guarantee card given by his master, and the experienced Mahayana realm strongman attacked with all his strength, and everyone's life would be in vain. After looking around the cemetery, Changfeng and Wang Mulong turned around and returned to the Wang family residence with some confidence. Give Wang Mulong a communication talisman to notify him directly when something happens. Changfeng practiced boxing in the quiet courtyard, adjusted himself, and prepared to face the dissipation of the formation in half a month. If there is really Yuehua divine grass in the tomb, I must get it. If anyone stops me, don't blame me for being ruthless. A gleam of light flashed in his eyes, and Changfeng thought to himself. Chapter 64. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In a blink of an eye, more than 2 days have passed. The news of the Great Power Cemetery spread more and more widely, and more cultivators knew about it. Many cultivators came to the vicinity of the Wang family's residence, ranging from the qi refining stage to the spiritual transformation stage. Most cultivators joined in the fun with the idea of seeing if they could get a piece of the pie. However, there were also 3 or 4 spiritual transformation stage cultivators. After checking the strength of the formation in the inner area of the cemetery, they all waited obediently for the formation to dissipate on its own. In a gathering place near the Wang family's residence, 3 cultivators in ordinary clothes sat in a tea house. Have you found out the news? Deng Guangxing is really tight-lipped. He didn't reveal a word. Deng Guangxing is the outer sect deacon of Huangting sect. The person who can be treated with such respect by him must be from Huangting sect. I just don't know his identity. I think he should be an inner sect disciple. The masked man that Deng Guangxing received that day went straight to the Wang family. It is likely for the tomb of the combined great power that has just been discovered. 2 days ago, a cultivator saw Wang Mulong, the head of the Wang family, and the masked man went to the periphery of the cemetery to check. The relationship between the two seemed to be pretty good. Isn't it said that Wang Hai, who joined Huangting sect more than 100 years ago, is now just an ordinary outer sect disciple? How can he find such help for the Wang family? I originally wanted to attack the Wang family, but it seems that this plan has to be stopped. What a pity. I wonder if the Wang family has found any good treasures outside the cemetery. Let's wait and see what happens. Those powerful people in the spiritualization stage who came from other places don't know the ins and outs of this, so they will definitely be restless. Let them try to find out the identity of this masked man. That's great. The 3 cultivators drank tea and communicated with each other through voice transmission. These 3 were the 3 divine transformation cultivators who came from the capital of Yuanlong dynasty when the Great Power Cemetery was opened. After receiving the information reported by their subordinates, they knew that Huangting sect might have a big shot, so they came to inquire about the news. Who knew that Changfeng only went out once on the first day of his arrival, and then he had been meditating in the Wang family residence? The 3 people could not find a chance to approach him. So far, the only ones who knew Changfeng's identity as a true disciple were the 3 outer sect deacons of Huangting sect, but they would not tell the public. Otherwise, if something happened, their good days would be over. 2 days later, more and more cultivators gathered near the Great Power Cemetery of Fusion Stage, and there were more than 10 divine transformation masters who showed up. These more than 10 divine transformation masters all knew that after hearing the news about the tomb, they came from the surrounding areas. Since the formation had not yet dissipated, the cultivators were basically at peace and there was no major fighting. However, everyone knew that under the calm situation, undercurrents were surging. It was like a pile of gunpowder barrels, which would explode if a spark ignited. On this day, the strong men in the God transformation stage could not sit still. The intelligence here was basically understood, and the periphery of the tomb was plundered by the Wang family. The strongest of the Wang family was only in the nascent soul stage, and it was said that there was also Wang Hai, who had been worshipped in the Huangting sect for nearly 200 years and was still an outer disciple. The Huangting sect had many outer disciples, and they would not make the strong men in the God transformation stage feel afraid. More than a dozen strong men in the God transformation stage joined forces to descend on the gate of the Wang family's residence, and asked the person in charge to come out to answer. With amazing power, Wang Mulong immediately sent a message to Changfeng, and then rushed to the gate of the residence. Wang Mulong, the head of the Wang family, greets all the seniors. He came to the gate of the station and bowed to the powerful gods. Are you the head of the Wang family? I heard that your Wang family searched the tomb and found many powerful treasures. How can a Yuanying family, a mere nascent soul family, take these treasures? A powerful god-transforming stage warrior in green robes said, Friend Mu is right. Hand over the treasure quickly. We can still show mercy. Otherwise, I think your Wang family will be sad today. Another red-robed god-transforming stage warrior echoed, Senior, you are wronged. Our Wang family only found a few magic weapons and some spiritual plants on the periphery. If you want them, our Wang family will offer them with both hands. As for the powerful treasures, there are really none. Wang Mulong cried out in injustice, I think you are still stubborn even when you are about to die. Since you say you don't have them, then I will search for them. The green-robed god-transforming expert said. After saying that, he mobilized his spiritual energy and was about to take action. Suddenly, a masked man in black appeared in front of the god-transforming experts. You dare to be presumptuous with me here. A cold snort came, and a gray and desolate world descended, covering all the god-transforming experts. The god-transforming experts only felt a blank sea of consciousness, and when they reacted, they were all pressed to the ground, unable to move. All this happened in an instant, and the Wang family was the monks watching around him hadn't reacted yet. Seeing the scene in front of them, they couldn't help but open their mouths in surprise. Those lying on the ground were all powerful masters of the god transformation stage. They were usually high and mighty and rarely seen. Who was this mysterious masked man? What method did he use to suppress the powerful masters of the god transformation stage? How come I haven't seen it before? Everyone felt confused. Senior, spare me. On the ground, a powerful master of the god transformation stage who was lying on the ground first came to his senses and quickly begged for mercy. Although he was pressed to the point of being unable to move, Changfeng still retained the ability to speak for them. I didn't know that the senior was here. We have offended you. Please spare me. The monks of the god transformation stage reacted and begged for mercy. Although they didn't know how things turned out like this, they had to save their lives first. Masterly, you are here. Wang Mulong also came to his senses and bowed quickly. I didn't expect that the helpers Wang Hai invited were so powerful. They suppressed more than a dozen strong men in the god transformation stage in an instant. I thought my Wang family was doomed today. I don't know what position this lordly has in the Huangting sect to have such strength. The person who came was Changfeng, who nodded to Wang Mulong. Then he reduced the suppression power of the mental world, and the strong men in the god transformation stage regained some mobility and stood up one after another. The mental world opened up by Changfeng was simply a dimensionality reduction attack against these ordinary strong men in the god transformation stage. Even with the peak cultivation of the god transformation stage, he had no resistance to the mental attack and world suppression of the mental world. Changfeng was very satisfied with the result of this battle. After so many days of familiarity and practice with the mental world, he could easily compress and enlarge the mental world, and freely control the size and power of the mental world after it came to the world, and developed many wonderful uses of the mental world. This attack was the first time that his mind power world was used in actual combat, and the results were gratifying. However, if he faced those disciples of the Huangting sect who had practiced the top-level immortal martial arts and were in the god-transforming stage/land immortal true transmission, it would be difficult to defeat them with his mind power world alone. Thank you for showing mercy, Senior. We are grateful. The strong men in the god-transforming stage saluted hurriedly to thank Changfeng for not killing them. Chapter 65. You are listening at novelfull.audio. You are lucky to have met me. God is merciful, so I will spare your lives today. But you can escape the death penalty, but you can't escape the punishment of life. Hand over the storage magic weapon, and you can leave. Changfeng said in a hoarse voice. These more than 10 strong men in the god transformation stage are all from the area near the Yuanlong dynasty, and they are also within the sphere of influence of the Huangting sect. The forces they belong to hand over a large amount of resources to the Huangting sect every year, and Changfeng can't kill them, take away their storage magic weapons as a punishment. Otherwise others will think that he is easy to talk to, within the range of the mental world. More than 10 cultivators in the god transformation stage looked at each other and smiled bitterly. They came out to grab the opportunity. not only did they not see the shadow of the opportunity, but they also lost their belongings accumulated for many years, but there is no way. It is a blessing to be able to save their lives. Cultivation resources can be accumulated slowly, but if you lose your life, you will lose everything. The road of cultivation is like this. If you take one wrong step, you will lose everything. So you need to tread carefully at every step. Without much hesitation, the strong men in the God transformation stage handed over their storage magic weapons one after another. In Changfeng's world of mind power, they dared not keep anything back. After accepting the storage magic weapon, Changfeng glanced at the cultivators watching nearby and said, "The Wang family has my protection. If anyone dares to cause trouble again, don't blame me for being ruthless." The onlookers had never seen such a magical power as the world of mind power, and they all nodded in agreement. Changfeng's mind moved, and he took back the world of mind power, waved his hand and said, "Okay, why are you leaving? If you offend me again next time, I will not forgive you easily." The dozen or so strong men in the God transformation stage were as if they had been pardoned. They bowed to Changfeng and fled the scene one after another. Changfeng did not stay at the door for long, and turned back to his quiet courtyard. Seeing this, the onlookers also scattered like birds and beasts. The three powerful men of the Yuanlong dynasty who were in the God transformation stage were also hiding in the crowd. They witnessed the fate of the dozen or so people who stood out and were very glad. "Fortunately, we did not act rashly. We did not expect such a big shot to come to the Huangting sect this time. It is impossible to tell the cultivation level of this Huangting sect masterly. Do you recognize the magical power that suddenly descended as if it were an illusory world? I have never seen it before. I think this method has completely surpassed the scope of the God transformation stage. Could it be that this Master Li is a powerful elder of the Huangting sect? I don't think so. How could a powerful elder of the Huangting sect be interested in the tomb of a casual cultivator of the same level? I guess he is a true disciple of the God transformation stage. I have seen a description similar to the method of Master Li today in an ancient book. It seems to be a power called the world of mind power. There are very few people who can use it in the entire Xianwu continent. World of mind power. This is the first time I have heard of it. The Huangting sect is worthy of being a super sect in my southern region. After this incident, Changfeng completely attracted everyone's attention. After a day, the cultivators gathered near the cemetery followed the clues and found out that he was from Huangting sect. I didn't expect that a big shot from Huangting sect was here. The Wang family has really become prosperous. With such a big shot, who would dare to provoke them in the future? Indeed, do you think this Senior Li is a great master in the fusion realm? It is very likely that he can easily suppress more than a dozen masters in the transformation stage. I can't imagine how there would be such a big gap if they are both in the transformation stage. That's because you don't have much experience. Do you know that there is a kind of cultivator called peerless genius? There are less than 10 days before the cemetery formation dissipates. In these 10 days, the news spread more and more masters below the great master realm gathered here. The cultivators who came here also learned that the Wang family has a masterly from Huangting sect in charge. More than a dozen masters in the transformation stage are like ants in front of him and are suppressed in an instant. No one dared to go to the Wang family and make trouble again. That day, 2 young men took the teleportation array to the vicinity of the Wang family's residence. One was dressed in green and looked ordinary, but he looked very kind. The other was burly and strong, with bronze skin full of strength. The 2 found a place to stay nearby and inquired about the news. "Junior Brother Gu, I don't know why you have to join in the fun at a cemetery of a casual cultivator in the fusion stage. We don't have any secret techniques or cultivation resources in our Jiuxiandao sect." The man in green said, "Senior Brother Liang, I came to the south region with you this time, but we agreed to come here for experience. But you just travel around all day long." The burly man complained, "You are a jerk, what do you know? Senior brother is understanding everything in the world and practicing. But this is too boring. I finally encountered something exciting this time. How can I not come and see it? Okay, aren't we here? Brother Liang, according to the information I just got, there are masters competing for this opportunity. Indeed, I didn't expect to meet a fellow Taoist from Huangting sect here. According to the description of those cultivators, he used unknown means to suppress more than a dozen strong men in the God transformation stage in an instant. He should be a true disciple of Huangting sect who mainly cultivates mental power. Mental power practitioners are rare. We can't find many in our Jiuxiandao sect. I didn't expect I met one while traveling in the southern region. Don't worry, junior brother. I am good at group attacks because I mainly cultivate my mind power. I can defeat more than a dozen ordinary God-transforming experts in an instant. I can do that, too. When the opportunity comes, I will take care of this fellow Taoist Huangting's only. You are only at the peak of the Grandmaster level. Don't be too stubborn. Just find a few cultivators at the early stage of God transforming to practice with. Be sure to pay attention to safety. Don't worry, senior brother. Apart from anything else, my biggest advantage is my thick skin. The burly man patted his chest and assured, in a blink of an eye, it was time for the cemetery formation to dissipate. Changfeng told the Wang family not to go out. The battle between the God-transforming experts was not something they could intervene in. Then, they left the station and came to the vicinity of the tomb. At this time, there were hundreds of cultivators above the nascent soul level around the tomb, and there were no less than 40 powerful cultivators in the spiritualization stage. There were countless low-level cultivators who came to watch the fun and try to pick up bargains. Changfeng came to the vicinity of the tomb with the ancient mask. The surrounding cultivators greeted him and made room for him. Suddenly, Changfeng seemed to sense something. He looked to his left and found two young cultivators staring at him not far away. Seeing Changfeng looking over, one of the men in green smiled at him, as if to say hello. Changfeng frowned slightly under the mask because he could not see the cultivation of the two young cultivators. I don't know who these two are. They may also carry treasures to conceal their cultivation. No longer looking at the two of them, Changfeng turned his head and waited quietly for the formation to dissipate. After an incense stick of time, the light on the formation weakened at a speed visible to the naked eye. After a moment, it completely disappeared. The entrance to the inner area of the Great Power Cemetery appeared in front of everyone. Chapter 66. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The formation dissipated, and the entrance appeared, but no one acted rashly. 40 or 50 strong men in the God transformation stage stood together in obscurity, looking at the direction where Changfeng was intentionally or unintentionally. Suddenly, a strong man in the God transformation stage spoke up. The treasures and inheritance left by the great man are so precious. I think cultivators below the God transformation stage are not qualified to enter. It is better to clear the field in advance. I think what Dao Yu said is right. Who knows if there are any masters with hidden cultivation in the crowd besides the open God transformation stage cultivators like us. If they suddenly attack us after entering the cemetery, we will be very passive. Another God transformation stage master said. Soon, all the strong men in the God transformation stage reached a consensus. Before entering the inner area of the cemetery, clear the field first. Within 10 breaths, cultivators below the God transformation stage will stay away from the cemetery. After 10 breaths, they will indiscriminately attack all cultivators below the God transformation stage present. The strong men in the God transformation stage spoke up. This also prevents strong people from hiding their cultivation in the crowd. The surrounding cultivators below the God transformation stage were shocked when they heard this. The clever ones immediately used the escape technique to escape far away, while the slow-witted ones wanted to say something, but were directly dragged away by their companions. If you don't run, you will die. The strong people in the God transformation stage join forces to attack ordinary low-level cultivators. Who can resist? It seems that I can't even drink the soup this time. The fleeing cultivators were very helpless. In the crowd, some cultivators saw that they could not hide it anymore, and they took the initiative to expose their cultivation. For a while, there were 7 or 8 more masters in the God transformation stage. These were the old 6 who had hidden breath treasures and wanted to hide in the dark to get a bargain. Seeing this, Changfeng did not intervene. He felt that cultivators below the God transformation stage entering the inner area of the cemetery were completely looking for death, so he let those strong people in the God transformation stage do it. 10 breaths later, there were basically no other cultivators around the cemetery except Changfeng and more than 50 strong men in the God transformation stage. Only 2 young cultivators who seemed to be only in the golden core stage had not left yet. They stood in the air and looked at the group of masters in the God transformation stage. Changfeng looked over and saw that they were the 2 young cultivators who had just caught his attention. I didn't expect that 2 fearless juniors would stay here. Juniors, what sect are you from? Tell me your name and I can spare your life for the sake of your elders. Some strong men in the God transformation stage saw that the 2 men were fearless and worried that they had some big background. They did not attack directly, but tried to test them. Old bastard, you are so arrogant, and you are doing it for the sake of our elders. What, if we were just casual cultivators, would you still want to attack me? The man in green teased. The strong man in the God transformation stage was furious after hearing this. Since you are looking for death, I will send you to the west. After saying that, he mobilized his spiritual power, and a big hand appeared out of thin air, slapping the 2 fiercely. The man in green didn't care, clenched his fist with one hand, and waved it forward. The strong man in the God transformation stage and the spiritual hand had no power to resist, and turned into dust all over the sky. Seeing this scene, Changfeng's eyes flashed. What a strong body and fist intention. This fist intention combines several attributes. I didn't expect to meet such a boxing master here. The other masters of the God transformation stage were also horrified. The 2 Taoist brothers are so powerful, they can naturally enter the cemetery to seek opportunities. Hua Leiguai didn't recognize the great man, and he bumped into the 2 of you, and he deserved to die. A master at the peak of the God transformation stage stood up and wanted to be a peacemaker. Our brothers can enter the cemetery. But I think that among all the people present, except for our brothers, only this fellow Taoist Li from Huangting sect can enter. You are just a bunch of rotten fish and shrimps, and you should cooperate with us to find opportunities. The man in green who had just punched laughed and scolded, you. The masters of the God transforming stage were very angry, but they were afraid of the strength of the man in green and did not dare to attack. What do you mean by you? I'll count you dozens of times. If you don't get out, don't blame me for being rude. The man in green said with a cold face, there are so many of us, why should we be afraid of him? If we attack together, I don't believe he can still turn the world upside down. The cultivators of the God transforming stage looked at each other and said, Humph, a frog in a well doesn't know the vastness of the world. Today, I'll let you see how big the gap can be between cultivators of the same God transforming stage. After the man in green finished speaking, a powerful fist intent locked all the cultivators of the God transforming stage present. The cultivators' hair stood on end, and a breath of death came towards them. With one punch, all the cultivators in the spiritualization stage spurted blood, their faces were limp, and they fell to the ground like dumplings. With just one punch, all the cultivators in the spiritualization stage were defeated instantly, and no one was spared. Here it is the sphere of influence of the Huangting sect. If it weren't for the sake of this fellow Taoist Li, I would have killed you today. The man in green said, get out of here quickly. If you want to die, I'll grant your wish. The cultivators of the God transforming stage dared not say a word, and took out healing pills and swallowed them. After barely recovering a bit of spiritual power, they hurriedly staggered away from the cemetery. Looking at the cultivators of the God transforming stage leaving, a trace of pity flashed in Changfeng's eyes. Originally, he wanted to let these cultivators of the God transforming stage enter the inner area of the cemetery together to share some risks, and if someone was blind enough to provoke him, he would have a reason to collect the storage magic weapon and make some extra money. Unexpectedly, a Tianjiao cultivator came out halfway and drove all these cultivators of the God transforming stage away, but on second thought, it was good that they all left. With few people entering the cemetery, no one will compete with me for the moonlight divine grass. Moreover, the cemetery of a mere fusion stage master should not be very dangerous. If I had not urgently needed the moonlight divine grass to break through, I would not have come here even if I had heard the news. And as a true disciple of the Huangting sect, I cannot do too much to the cultivators of subordinate forces. Although I am an inspector, it is okay to rob them, but bullying the weak is not my style. These ordinary God-transforming cultivators usually consume a lot of energy in their daily practice, and they don't have much wealth. There is no need to ruin their reputation for these small profits. I used the world of mind power to suppress more than 10 God-transforming masters and collected their storage magic weapons. When I counted them later, except for 1 or 2 who still had some wealth, there was basically no big gain. After the group of divine transformation cultivators flew away, Changfeng came to the 2 young cultivators and said to the man in green, "Hello, fellow Taoist. I see that you are very powerful. The 2 martial arts you practiced should be top-notch. I wonder which famous sect you came from. I'm sorry for my tricks. To be honest, my junior brother and I are from the 9 Immortal sect in the East region. This time we came to the South region to gain some experience. My surname is Liang, and my given name is Yun. This is my junior brother, Gu Tianchun." Liang Yun said, and Gu Tianchun next to him also greeted Changfeng. Changfeng was very surprised, he turned out to be from the 9 Immortal sect in the East region. Chapter 67. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The Xianwu sect is one of the most powerful sects in the East region, and its status is very transcendent in the East region. The Xianwu sect and the Huangting sect have a good relationship. It is said that the 2 sects' backers in the upper realm belong to the same big force. Although the 2 sects have a good relationship, they are located in different regions, so they don't have much contact on weekdays. After listening to Liang Yun's words, Changfeng bowed and said, "I didn't expect that you are 2 Taoist friends from the Xianwu sect. I am Li Tian from the Huangting sect, and I meet you 2 Taoist friends. I heard that Dao Yu Li used the world of mind power to suppress more than a dozen strong men in the God transformation realm. It seems that your mind power has reached the cave heaven realm. It's really a good trick." Liang Yun said, "Dao Yu Liang is too flattering, they are all small tricks. Dao Yu Liang's boxing is amazingly powerful, and his boxing has integrated multiple attributes, which is really rare." Changfeng also praised. Liang Yun was very surprised when he heard this. His fusion fist intention was a secret teaching of the 9 Immortal sect. People who did not have a deep understanding of fist art would definitely not be able to see it. I thought that fellow Taoist Li's main training was mental strength, but I didn't expect that he had such a deep attainment in fist art and could see my fusion fist intention. I have only dabbled in fist art a little, so I don't deserve such praise. Fellow Taoist Li is too modest. At this time, Gu Tianchun next to him could not help but interrupt the 2 people's courtesy. "2 senior brothers, the cemetery formation has dissipated for a while, let's go in and take a look." Liang Yun did not think much about it, just thought that this fellow Taoist Li had special mental strength and could sense his fusion fist intention. "Okay, let's go in and take a look." Changfeng also nodded in agreement and said, "I came here because I received intelligence that there is a spiritual plant called Xianwu in the tomb. I need it urgently. If you can find it in the tomb, I hope you can give it to me first, and you can choose the other treasures first." Liang Yun and Gu Tianchun heard it, looked at each other, and said, "Dao Yu Li is too polite. I also know about this Xianwu. Its value is just that, but it is relatively rare. We brothers and sisters don't need this thing now. When we find it, we will definitely give it to Dao Yu Li. Thank you very much." Changfeng bowed. After speaking, the 3 of them entered the entrance of the inner area of the cemetery side by side. Liang Yun casually set up a warning formation to prevent later people from entering, who didn't know yet. After entering the entrance, there was a very long passage. There were no formations or traps in the passage. After walking about tens of thousands of meters, a vast space appeared in front of them. There was no body of Yu Fujianren in the space. There was a platform in the middle, and there were many magic weapons, spiritual stones, spiritual minerals and spiritual plants scattered around. Changfeng sensed it slightly and frowned slightly. There was no Yu Huashan here, there was a token on the middle platform. Judging from the placement, it should be the most valuable thing in the entire space. The 3 of them roughly divided the magic weapons, spiritual stones, spiritual minerals and spiritual plants around them, and didn't care too much. After all, the three of them were disciples of super sects, and the non-core treasures of the cemetery of the great masters in the fusion realm could not arouse their great interest. According to the stone tablet outside the cemetery, there was the inheritance of Yu Fujianren in the cemetery, and it should be on the jade talisman. Sure enough, when the three of them approached the platform in the middle, a sound-retaining magic array suddenly opened, and a slightly old voice came, "Hello, latecomers. I am Yu Fujianren. When you hear this, I should have been in meditation for a long time. The jade talisman on the middle platform is for my successor. Those who get the jade talisman can be teleported to the space where my body is and inherit everything I left behind. The jade talisman is for those who are destined to get it. I wish you all the best." After saying this, the sound-retaining formation disappeared. The three of them were speechless after hearing this. It seems that Yu Fujianren is not a good thing. There are still people who are destined to get it. The jade talisman is placed there. Whoever is stronger will definitely get it. If those 40 or 50 strong men in the god transformation stage came here, there would definitely be a fight. However, Yu Fujianren certainly did not expect that most of the cultivators had been cleared before entering the inner area of the cemetery. There were only 3 people in front of the jade talisman. After a moment of silence, Liang Yun said, "Dao Yuli. There is only one jade talisman. How should we divide it?" Changfeng looked determined and said, "I came here this time to get the moonlight divine grass. If the information is correct, the moonlight divine grass is likely to be in the inheritance of Yu Fujianren. Why don't we have a fight? Whoever wins will get the jade talisman." Liang Yun's eyes lit up when he heard it. "Okay, that's what I was thinking. It's a good opportunity to learn from the methods of Huang Ting's sect's disciples. Dao Yuli, don't worry. Even if I win and get the inheritance, the jade talisman inside, if there is moonlight divine grass, I will give it to you, Daoist fellow." Changfeng heard this and said, "Thank you, Daoist fellow Liang. I am grateful." After that, the two of them moved away and stood facing each other. "Junior brother Gu, you stay away and watch, don't get involved," Liang Yun said. Gu Tianchun stayed away obediently, muttering, "It was agreed before that a few mid-stage spiritualization warriors would be left for me to practice with, but they were all driven away in the blink of an eye. Now I can only watch the fight. Alas." However, he also knew that with his current strength, he could not intervene in his senior brother's battle. Changfeng and Liang Yun's momentum was getting stronger and stronger, and the battle was about to break out. Suddenly, Changfeng's mind moved, and a grey world of mind power descended into the world, covering the two of them. Liang Yun only felt a strong double pressure of mind and body, and his punches were a little slower. Not daring to neglect, Liang Yun directly urged the blood and qi in his body, withstood the pressure, mobilized the fist in tension, and punched Changfeng. He practiced the top martial arts of the Jiuxian Dao sect, the Zhoutian Yuli body, and refined it to the realm of land immortals, and his body was comparable to a low-grade spiritual treasure. The strength of mental power has also reached the limit of land immortals. Although there is still a lot of gap from the strength of mental power in the fusion period, it is also stronger than Changfeng's early land immortals. A piece. Combined with the fist, meaning that combines multiple attributes, the power is amazing. Ordinary strong men in the god-transforming stage may be seriously injured if they are hit by the fist wind. Changfeng was not afraid at all. He spent 5 times the natural materials and treasures to cultivate the 3rd level of Xiantian holy body. At the same time, with the bonus of talent, the physical strength is not weaker than Liang Yun. While mobilizing the world of mind to suppress Liang Yun, it also provided a gain to himself, greatly increasing his speed and strength. A style of the Great Sun Shattering Sky Fist containing the Great Sun Fist and the Shattering Fist was blasted out, blocking Liang Yun's punch. The space in the cemetery was shaking slightly, as if it could not withstand the collision of the two. After receiving Liang Yun's punch, Changfeng took 2 steps back. "Friendly, good boxing. I didn't expect that you could have such a deep boxing skill while cultivating the world of mind." Changfeng did not answer, but put away the world of mind. "Why, friendly, are you ready to admit defeat?" Liang Yun stopped, a little puzzled. "Fellow Daoist Liang, you misunderstood. I also major in boxing. I just tested your skills before, and you are indeed extraordinary. Next, I will get serious. Fellow Taoist Liang, be careful. After saying that, he instantly opened the first 7 gates of the 8 gates and the breathing of the sun, and his whole body was full of momentum, concentrating the world of mind power on his fists, mobilizing the world's fist intention, and punching Liang Yun. Liang Yun felt Qi Changfeng's fist intention, and his face changed instantly. Chapter 68. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Facing Qi Changfeng's full-strength attack, Liang Yun's face changed drastically. He wanted to dodge with his body skills, but he was firmly locked by Qi Changfeng's mental world and world fist intent, and there was no way to avoid it. Helplessly, he had to punch forward and take Qi Changfeng's punch. A loud noise was heard, and the attacks of the two collided. In an instant, a figure flew out backwards. Gu Tianchun, who was watching the battle, looked carefully and found that it was brother Liang Yun, and his face immediately showed anxiety. Liang Yun finally stopped his body, and spit out a mouthful of blood. Qi Changfeng's punch not only dispersed his attack, but also broke his physical defense with the remaining power, causing him to suffer serious injuries. Qi Changfeng also stopped and did not pursue the victory. This is impossible. How could you comprehend the world fist intent? Liang Yun showed an incredible expression on his face, regardless of his injuries, and asked, the Zhoxian Dao sect has the inheritance of the world's fist meaning. The fist du demon who Qin Feng and Qi Changfeng mentioned many years ago and who comprehended the world's fist meaning came from the Zhoxian Dao sect. Liang Yun exchanged the inheritance of the world's fist meaning in the sect, and is now on the road to comprehending the world's fist meaning. Over the years, many true disciples of the Zhoxian Dao sect have exchanged this inheritance, but no one has ever successfully comprehended it. Liang Yun is one of them. He plans to comprehend the fusion fist meaning before the fusion period, lay a good foundation, and try to comprehend the world's fist meaning after entering the realm of great power. However, the probability is very small, and the reason is very simple: they did not have the method to transform the fusion fist meaning into the world's fist meaning. The fist du demon of the Zhoxian Dao sect relied on his great understanding and thousands of years after the great power realm to walk through this path. This kind of understanding is not replicable. If later people do not have a high enough understanding and long-term comprehension like him, it is impossible to succeed. Therefore, Liang Yun felt deeply surprised that Qi Changfeng had comprehended the world's fist before he reached the realm of great power. Indeed, if Qi Changfeng had not obtained the Hunyuan Kaitian Sutra, he would not have been able to comprehend the world's fist. It can only be said that the secret method passed down by the Taoist ancestors of the upper realm is too much of a dimensionality reduction blow in the lower realm. I got it occasionally and comprehended it by luck. Qi Changfeng said lightly. Liang Yun's face showed a trace of dejection. In his opinion, Qi Changfeng has the cultivation of the spirit transformation realm and his lifespan is at most 5,000 years. Comprehending the world's fist in such a limited time, the strong comprehension is shocking. After a long while, Liang Yun recovered from the shock with his temperament. After a bitter smile, Liang Yun said, Brother Li's fist is amazing. Liang admires it, and I admit that I am not his opponent. Thank you for your mercy. In his opinion, Qi Changfeng was merciful. With the ancient mask covering him, he could not see Qi Changfeng's true cultivation. Based on Qi Changfeng's previous strength, he believed that Qi Changfeng must have reached the realm of land immortals, and the land immortals who have cultivated the cave heaven realm mind world must have reached the peak of this realm, even close to the realm of great power. And in his perception, he found that whether it was the mind world or the fist intention, Qi Changfeng only used the initial mental strength of the land immortal. In this case, he took a punch and was seriously injured. If he continued to fight, forcing Qi Changfeng to use the world fist intention of the peak level of land immortal mental strength, he would have to be carried back to Zhoxian Dao sect after a punch. Although Qi Changfeng was a little puzzled as to why Brother Liang admitted defeat so quickly, but winning was a good thing, so he did not delve into it. Brother Liang, thank you. Seeing the end of the competition, Gu Tianchun, who was watching the battle from a distance, flew over. Brother, are you okay? I'm fine. Thanks to Brother Li's mercy, I just suffered some minor injuries. Liang Yun said, Brother Li's talent and understanding in boxing are unique in my life. He has comprehended the world boxing before he entered the great power. Brother Gu, you should ask Brother Li for advice when you have the chance in the future. Gu Tianchun nodded. Although his cultivation level was not high and he did not practice the world boxing, he still understood the boxing that Brother Liang had been comprehending all day. He was also extremely shocked that Changfeng had comprehended the world boxing. Brother Li, I lost this competition. According to the agreement, this jade talisman belongs to Brother Dao. Liang Yun was willing to accept the loss, however, it was also because the inheritance of the great power in the fusion stage was not very meaningful to the true disciples of these supersections. It would be best to have it, but it didn't matter if they didn't have it, if they were faced with some heavenly treasure, or a great opportunity to ascend to the upper realm, the two would definitely fight to the death. Changfeng nodded, waved his sleeves, and the jade talisman on the platform flew over and landed into his hand. My two brothers will leave the cemetery first, so as not to delay Brother Li Dao from gaining the inheritance. Brother Li Dao, go with peace of mind. The two of us will wait for you outside the cemetery, and help you protect the law to prevent outsiders from entering. Liang Yun said, it seems that these two fellow Taoists from the Nine Immortals sect want to get to know Changfeng and discuss issues related to cultivation, so they are waiting for him outside. It just so happens that he is also very interested in the affairs of the East region and the Nine Immortals sect. Changfeng thought about it and agreed. Liang Yun and Gu Tianchun turned around and left the cemetery, leaving only Changfeng in the entire space. Changfeng took out the jade talisman and observed it. He found that it was a bit similar to the great teleportation talisman given to him by his master, like a simplified version. After a moment of contemplation, he no longer hesitated and injected spiritual power into it. Instantly, the jade talisman was activated, and Changfeng disappeared in the space. A burst of space power was transmitted, and Changfeng appeared in a secret room. In the innermost part of the secret room, there was a figure sitting cross-legged. After sensing it, there was no breath at all. I think it is the body of Yu Fujianren. After approaching, Changfeng found that the body was an old man with a haggard face. The Taoist robe on the body was spotless, and it seemed to be a treasure. There was a token-like object in front of the body. Changfeng guessed that it should be a storage magic weapon. When he came to the front of the body, a sound-retaining magic array was suddenly activated. Congratulations, you are destined to be with me. You have won the jade talisman I left behind from many powerful people, and you will inherit all my legacy. I was originally just an ordinary casual cultivator, with an upper-middle level of talent. I went through untold hardships to cultivate to the stage of transformation. With my comprehension, it was impossible to advance to the stage of fusion. However, by chance, I discovered a secret realm and gained a great opportunity there. With the harvest from the secret realm, I finally cultivated to the realm of great power. Although I failed to break through to the stage of tribulation, I am satisfied. There is a token in front of my body. After refining it with mental power, you can freely enter and exit the secret realm. All the treasures I left behind are in it. After speaking, the sound-retaining magic array dissipated. Changfeng frowned slightly. This token was not a storage magic weapon. If he wanted to obtain the inheritance, he needed to refine the token and enter the secret realm. His intuition told him that this Yu Fujianren had bad intentions. Chapter 69. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Changfeng has some knowledge about secret realms. Secret realms are small space fragments that are independent of the main world of Xianwu continent. The reasons for their creation are difficult to investigate. Similar to the treasures of the cave heaven, the location of the secret realm is fixed and cannot be easily moved. Some secret realms are barren and have no value. Some secret realms contain some natural treasures. It seems that Yu Fujianren encountered the latter. Yu Fujianren is a casual cultivator. It is very rare for him to cultivate to the great realm of the fusion stage. Generally, the cultivation path of such casual cultivators is full of intrigue and deception. Intuition tells Changfeng that Yu Fujianren is definitely not so kind as to leave all his inheritance to future generations. Looking at the token in front of the corpse, Changfeng pondered for a moment. With a move of mental power, the mental world descended instantly, shrunk to the size of a palm, and directly enveloped the jade talisman. After a careful sensing, no abnormality was found, and the token did not react at all. After thinking for a while, he took out the life-saving trump card given by Qin Feng, which contained Qin Feng's breath and full-strength attack. he used the world of mind power to wrap the life-saving trump card, letting it emit a trace of Changfeng's breath, and gently touched the token on the ground. The token shook slightly, but it returned to calm in an instant. Found you. Changfeng's eyes turned cold, and his mind power drilled into the token. A puff of black smoke suddenly emerged from the token, rushing out madly, but it was trapped by Changfeng's world of mind power and could not break through. Don't struggle, you Fujianren. Changfeng said. The black smoke struggled for a while, and realized that it was futile, and gradually condensed into a black man the size of a palm. My lord, spare my life, my lord, spare my life. The black man made a sound in the world of mind power, begging for mercy. Master Yufu, as a great master of the fusion stage, please don't lose face. The villain stopped begging for mercy, was silent for a moment, and suddenly became hysterical. What do you know? As a cultivator, staying alive is the most important thing. My plan is perfect. Why did you come here before the blood spirit formation was triggered? Did the Mahayana cultivator behind you take action? I hate it. You obviously have nothing to do with you, the proud sons of the super sections. Why do you come to disrupt the situation and ruin my last chance of survival? If the blood spirit formation is triggered, my residual soul will grow stronger. Even if I can't take over your body, I can escape from this world of mind power. Looking at the villain's crazy appearance, Changfeng had a blank expression on his face and directly activated the world of mind power with all his strength. A stream of mind power quickly strangled the black villain's body, and the villain let out a miserable cry. Sir, I was wrong. Don't kill me. I know a lot of great opportunities. Please spare my life. It will definitely bring you endless benefits. Changfeng did not waver at all. He continued to strangle the black man with his heart and soul. After a while, the black man was scared to death with a scream. Changfeng knew that the eyelashes of this old monster who had lived for 10,000 years were hollow, and he must not believe any words from his mouth. Directly killing is the safest way. Speaking of this Fujianren, he was also unlucky. At that time, his life was about to end, and he was in seclusion to break through to the tribulation stage. Before seclusion, he left a backup plan and disguised the seclusion place as his own cemetery in order to attract a large number of strong people in the god transformation stage to compete for the inheritance. After the formation inside the cemetery was triggered, the 15-day formation dissipation period was to spread the news and attract enough strong people in the god transformation stage to come. Before he entered the death retreat, he had already set up a blood spirit formation in the inner space of the cemetery. This formation can quickly nourish and strengthen the residual soul by absorbing the blood and soul of the fallen strong men in the god-transforming stage. The blood spirit formation is connected to the token. After Master Yufu failed to break through, he sat in meditation, and his residual soul was attached to the token and fell asleep, waiting for the nourishment of the blood spirit formation. In Master Yufu's plan, the teleportation jade talisman in the space can only be successfully activated when there is only one person left in the blood spirit formation, and come to the secret room where his residual soul is. After the teleportation jade talisman is activated, Master Yufu's residual soul will be awakened. In his plan, the residual soul nourished and strengthened by the blood spirit formation can easily seize the body of the strong man in the god-transforming stage who came to receive the inheritance, thereby extending his life. Unfortunately, the plan cannot keep up with the changes, and the seemingly perfect backhand encountered Changfeng and Liang Yun, who did not play by the rules. Before the incarnation masters entered the inner area of the cemetery, Liang Yun drove all of them away. After entering the inner area of the cemetery, Changfeng and Liang Yun only exchanged a few words and determined the ownership of the teleportation jade talisman. The whole process was Liang Yun being hit by Changfeng's full force. After a punch, he spat out a mouthful of blood. Before the blood fell on the blood spirit formation, Liang Yun collected it himself. It can be said that the blood spirit formation has become a pure decoration. After the competition, Liang Yun and Gu Tianchun left the cemetery first. Changfeng was the only one in the entire cemetery, which allowed him to successfully activate the teleportation jade talisman to come to this secret room. After the remnant soul of Fujianren woke up, he was in a daze, not knowing which link had gone wrong. He could only hide in the token, hoping that Changfeng would refine the token so that he could fight to the death to seize the body. Unexpectedly, Changfeng was very cautious and didn't even touch the token. Moreover, stimulated by the breath of a Mahayana strongman, the remnant soul of Yu Fuzhenren revealed his flaws, was discovered by Changfeng, and was pulled out. After that, no matter begging for mercy or bribery, Changfeng could not be shaken, and was directly turned into ashes by the world of mind power. Poor Yu Fuzhenren, a great man of his generation, calculated in vain and fell completely. After refining the remnant soul of Yu Fuzhenren with the world of mind power, Changfeng was still a little worried, so he took out the Sun True Fire seed from the Sea of Consciousness and pasted it on the token. According to legend, the Sun True Fire is the most yang fire, which can burn everything in the world and is the nemesis of all ghosts and monsters. After the Sun True Fire seed was pasted, the token still had no reaction, and Changfeng was relieved. With a single hand wave, the token was in hand, and it felt like it was made of unknown material. Changfeng used the world of mind power to protect the Sea of Consciousness, and his mental power probed into the token. Unexpectedly, this token is really the key to a piece of space debris. It seems that Yu Fuzhenren did not lie about this. He did discover a secret realm. Come to think of it, all lies cannot deceive people. Only when the truth is mixed in the lies can the effect be achieved. Changfeng mobilized his mental power to quickly refine the token, and it was successfully refined in one stick of incense. With a thought, a space passage appeared behind the body of Yu Fuzhenren. Sure enough, the entrance to the secret realm is right here. Changfeng thought. Chapter 70. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yu Fuzhenren was worried that after his failure to break through, the secret realm would be discovered by others during the long years when only his remaining soul was left, so he built a cemetery directly at the entrance of the secret realm. This also ensures that after successfully taking over the body, he can directly enter the secret realm to recuperate and retrieve the resources left behind during his lifetime. After refining the key to the secret realm, Changfeng could clearly perceive the existence of the secret realm. After carefully sensing for a while, he did not feel any danger in the secret realm. Looking at the space channel, Changfeng took the life-saving trump card and the great teleportation talisman given by his master in his hand, ready to enter the secret realm to explore. Stepping into the space channel, Changfeng appeared in a new environment after a dizzy spell. He looked around vigilantly, ready to activate the great teleportation talisman at any time to run away. He looked around and did not find any danger. Master Yufu didn't leave any ambush in the secret realm. It seems that he is afraid that after taking over the body, his strength will decline and his aura will change. Leaving some backup will threaten himself. Changfeng thought. However, he did not relax his vigilance and still held the great teleportation talisman in his hand. The scope of this secret realm is not small. It is much larger than Changfeng's cave treasure Qinquan pot. The spiritual energy in the secret realm is rich, almost catching up with the Xiaoxufeng dojo. When Changfeng's mental power was probed, his eyes lit up and showed surprise, but in a moment he became a little suspicious. He found that there was a spiritual medicine garden in a corner of the secret realm, in which many rare and precious herbs were planted. Since it has not been consumed for many years, the spiritual plants in the spiritual medicine garden are of extremely high quality, and it is estimated that they are tens of thousands of years old. In the spiritual medicine garden, there is a small area where the moonlight divine grass is planted, with as many as 100 plants. This puzzled Changfeng, because the growth environment of Yuehua divine grass is very special, and it needs to absorb a lot of Yuehua power to mature. In this secret environment, it is difficult for Yuehua divine grass to grow to maturity, and it is not only Yuehua divine grass, but all the spiritual plants planted in the spiritual medicine garden, as long as Changfeng knows them, are some spiritual plants that need a special environment to mature. This puzzled him. Quickly coming to the vicinity of the spiritual medicine garden, Changfeng found a shallow pool of half a meter square next to the spiritual medicine garden. There was milky white spiritual liquid in the pool, emitting bursts of mist. The pool and the spiritual medicine garden are covered by formations, and the two formations are connected to each other. The formation on the pool slowly absorbs the mist emitted by the milky white spiritual liquid, and then sprays it out from the formation covering the spiritual medicine garden. It turned out to be the creation spiritual liquid. Changfeng showed a look of understanding. Creation spirit liquid is a very precious natural treasure, known as the one that can bring the dead back to life and turn bones into flesh. It is often used to refine high-grade healing pills. Changfeng had seen it before in the exchange list of the guarding sector. Each small bottle was worth a lot of money. Although the small pool in front of him was only a shallow layer, it should have dozens of bottles. Just this small pool of creation spirit liquid was worthwhile for Changfeng. Creation spirit liquid has a special effect. The mist it emits can make some spiritual medicines of not too high grade mature in an environment that is not suitable for growth. It is said that the mist emitted by creation spirit liquid contains the power of creation, which is a very magical power. However, basically no major forces will use the mist emitted by creation spirit liquid to ripen spiritual medicines. First of all, the ripening process is too slow, and some take hundreds of years to see results. It is better to let the spiritual medicine grow faster in a suitable environment. Secondly, the value of the creation spirit liquid is far higher than those spiritual medicines that can be ripened. Although the emanated mist will not consume the amount of creation spirit liquid, it is also a waste to leave it there to produce mist. Thirdly, there is generally no spiritual plant that cannot be cultivated by large forces. Even if their own forces do not have it, they can exchange or purchase it from other forces. Just like the moonlight divine grass, the Huangting sect purchases it from the Wanhua Medicine Valley all year round for cultivation. Only casual cultivators would do this. After Yu Fuzhenren discovered this creation spirit liquid pool, he used formations to collect the mist produced by the creation spirit liquid and planted some spiritual medicines with harsh growth conditions. The novel was taken from the Rawas website. Close where you're reading it and support us on our website for more free novels. Because these spiritual medicines are basically monopolized by large sects and forces, and are not circulated among casual cultivators, they can also be sold at a good price after they are mature. Creation spirit liquid is a holy medicine for healing, and it cannot enhance cultivation. For Yu Fuzhenren, doing this is to maximize benefits. If he had not been seriously injured and had no other choice, he would definitely not consume the creation spirit liquid. For Yu Fuzhenren, the creation spirit liquid is like a hen that lays golden eggs. As for selling the creation spirit liquid, since the creation spirit liquid is too valuable and is basically controlled by major forces, it is easy for casual cultivators to covet the creation spirit liquid and bring about a fatal disaster. This is the pitiful part of a casual cultivator. Without a backer or inheritance, he dared not show off even if he had obtained a treasure under a great opportunity. Changfeng did not think about it any more and waved his hand to disperse the formation. These two small formations only have the function of collecting and transmitting, and have no power at all. It took him 2 hours to put a shallow pool of creation spiritual liquid into the Qiankun pot, and put the spiritual plants that had already matured in the spiritual medicine garden into the special jade box. Looking at the empty pool and the bare medicine garden, Changfeng was very satisfied. As a true disciple of the Huangting sect, he naturally did not need to do the long-term work of cultivating spiritual plants with the mist. Pack everything away, whether to sell or use it yourself. We will talk about it later. If this small pool of creation spiritual liquid is sold in the sect, it will definitely make him rich. The issue of Yuehua divine grass was resolved, which made Changfeng feel very relaxed. The 100 or so Yuehua divine grasses were enough for more than a dozen portions of the 4th level of Xiantian Saint Body. Now, all the resources for breaking through to the Grandmaster level were ready, and he was just waiting to return to the sect to break through. Changfeng continued to search for treasures in the secret realm. On one side of the secret realm, there was a hall. The area was not small, but the style was very simple. It should be the place where Yu Fuzhenren practiced daily. The hall was not guarded by formations. It seemed that only Yu Fuzhenren practiced in this secret realm before. Changfeng entered the hall, which was empty. Turning to the back, there was a quiet room for retreat. In the quiet room, Yu Fuzhenren's personal treasures were stored. After looking through them, there were 4 high-grade spiritual treasures alone, and some lower-level spiritual treasures and magic treasures. However, no treasures of the 1st level of Dao instruments were found. Dao instruments were so precious that it was normal for a casual cultivator in the fusion stage not to have them. As for spiritual stones and elixirs, there were few left. It seemed that Master Yu Fu had almost consumed them when he was in seclusion to break through the tribulation period. there was no cultivation method left by Master Yu Fu in the quiet room. It seemed that he had no intention of finding a successor, there was only one jade slip. Changfeng roughly explored it and found that it was some array inheritance. I don't know where Master Yu Fu found it. Among them was the array method of the blood spirit array mentioned by Master Yu Fu. Changfeng had no experience in arrays and didn't care much about them. He packed up all the items in the quiet room and took them away. He also gained a lot. After leaving the hall, he started to dismantle the hall to ensure that there were no missing items. Changfeng threw the remains of the hall into the corner of the Qinquan pot with some doubts. Among the treasures left by Yu Fujianren, there is no treasure that can help him break through to the fusion stage. How did he break through back then? Is it a disposable consumable that has been used up? Somewhat worried, Changfeng opened up his mind and scanned the secret realm bit by bit. However, apart from some mountains, rivers, rocks, streams, flowers, plants and trees in the secret realm, there was nothing to gain. Suddenly, an ordinary-looking tea tree attracted his attention.